we're going to talk about a guy today, played safety in his career at Ithaca College over there. He had 11 interceptions, 119 tackles, and he was an AFCA second-team All-American selection for the Bombers. And Derek, I mean, you think of that, you think, okay, obviously the dude is going to do the same thing. Typically, you don't see the safety converted to corner at the next level, probably at that same position. He just signed a deal with the Colts. He signed as a wide receiver, which is really, really neat. I think it says all you need to know about this guy because he really is Mr. Do-It-All. The fact that you can do that at a small school in college, come out, we'll take a look at the pro day numbers here in just a minute, but have the impact he did on the field, go out and show out at pro days in front of some of those directors of scouting, get in front of those right sets of eyes, and they have confidence to bring it in for training camp. I will say, this was his third training camp. He camped not only with the AFC champions and the Chiefs, but also with the NFC champions reigning from this past season with the 49ers. So it'd be interesting to talk with him and hear how those two experiences prepared him for this invite training camp with the Colts. Because, again, as someone who, coming from a small school especially, I'm sure that first day, first week even, is such a culture shock, and there's so many things going on. For him to have those two experiences under his belt, now, they didn't seem to work out, which is too bad, but again, they obviously like something in him because he ended up with the Colts here. But I'd be very curious to hear how those two previous experiences potentially prepared him more so for this chance in Indianapolis, and how that bettered himself at getting a spot there with the Colts. Here's the shot of him actually signing his deal, and if you read here, it sounds like he is the first Bomber to sign an NFL contract since 1967. The only thing cooler than that is that he's repping a Demon Slayer shirt while he's inking the deal. That is awesome. And I was already a fan of you, Derek. I'm very much so a bigger fan now because we got Tanjiro on the t-shirt there. That is sick. For you non-anime people, I mean, get with it. But sweet photo, sweet t-shirt, just a sweet story all around for the safety and I guess the hybrid just freak athlete out of Ithaca, New York. And if you wanted to take a look at some of his numbers from his pro day, which I believe was at Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, here is a look at some of those numbers. And again, you look at this and the RAS score, or the relative athletic score, was a 9.46. That's out of 10, people. I believe that is out of 10. So that is really solid. And you can see his size and a lot of his measurables, they really do stack up to Division I caliber competition, to pro competition. Over 6 feet, he's 6'2", right? And 215 pounds. Those are things that the way he moves along with that size are things that you just don't get from a lot of prospects at any level. Almost a 40-inch vert over a 10-foot broad. 40-yard dash was a 4.55. Hello. Pretty solid shuttle time right above before. And then the 3-cone was under 7, which is something you always look for in these type of guys. But, he had posted some comparisons of him to a Kyle Hamilton is something out of Notre Dame that I think he sees himself as maybe a pretty good comp there in terms of size and skill and athleticism, which is obviously a pretty freaking good one. So a lot of great things coming here for him, and excited to follow his journey with the Colts and whether he ends up staying with the Colts, whether he ends up being a practice squad guy, wherever, if he bounces around another team. He's done it. He's made it. We're pumped for him.